As the Schiff impeachment hearings continue to be behind closed doors, many are asking just what's going on with so many State Department civil servants coming to testify. This is the reporting of One America's Jack Posobiec, who sat down with the publisher of Human Events.
Well, we're very excited to sit down once again with Will Chamberlain, the publisher of Human Events. Will, thank you so much for being on with us.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to ask you again about Barr because his investigation is in the headlines, but also there's so much pushback to this investigation, so much that it's turned into an impeachment inquiry of the president. And it seems that the root of it all really is Attorney General Barr's investigation. What is going on? How do you see this situation?
Attorney General Barr is trying to investigate the origins of the Mueller investigation. And in order to do that, there's an international aspect to this. So Barr's going to need cooperation from foreign governments in order to get all the information he needs, just like Mueller tried to get information from foreign governments about what Trump was up to. But it seems that that's not allowed and that the civil service isn't having that, and that they're ultimately criminalizing foreign policy differences.
So what they're really doing at this point is they're trying to obstruct, in one sense, the investigation of Attorney General Barr by throwing all these complaints at the feet of President Trump when really all he's done is empower Barr to have this investigation.
Right. And what's President Trump trying to do? He's taking his duty seriously to make sure that the laws are faithfully executed. And to do that, it's perfectly reasonable to say to a country like Ukraine, we expect you to cooperate with our Department of Justice's investigation. The idea that expecting that level of cooperation is somehow against the interests of the United States is just ridiculous.
So why is it then that we see this litany of civil servants coming forward now and saying they felt uncomfortable about what they were asked to do? They felt that they needed to blow the whistle over what President Trump and Attorney General Barr were up to.
I mean, it's a weird arrogance that these civil servants have. They don't run the federal government, and they don't get to determine what American foreign policy is. That's what President Trump gets to do because he was democratically elected. So when, for example, someone like Ambassador Bill Taylor talks about the regular foreign policy-making process and besmirches Trump for using an irregular one with regard to his ambassador, something's wrong there. And Bill Taylor is a subordinate of the president. He should be looking to execute the president's foreign policy goals. He's not the one who gets to dictate American foreign policy. He's just a civil servant.
In terms of the Constitution, is there any role for this civil service that's actually drawn out?
Yes, the civil service is not a fourth branch of government. It's not co-equal to the White House and President Trump. It is subordinate to President Trump. And there's a reason for that, because they're not elected. They're there to advise the president and help him achieve his foreign policy goals, which he was elected to implement, not to institute their own goals in that place.
What should the president be doing to combat this?
I mean, the president should be making clear that the State Department needs to be looking out for and taking direction from the White House rather than trying to pursue its own agenda in various other countries.
Will Chamberlain, legal scholar, publisher of Human Events. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.